Children, we'll continue with part 11 and we'll continue with exercise 5.3 with question number 4, question number 5 and question number 6. The question before these were done in part 10. So let's start with question number 4. Numbers 1 to 10 are written on 10 separate slips, one number on one slip, kept in a box and mixed well. One slip is chosen from the box without looking into it. What is the probability of getting a number 6, getting a number less than 6, getting a number greater than 6 and getting a one-digit number? We all know this, isn't it? Even in lucky draw also, whenever a different slips containing the numbers are put into a box and someone draws out one slip and we all think, let it be my number, let it be my number. So what is the probability of getting our number? So here also, what is the probability of getting a number 6? Now I told you, whenever you are asked what is the probability of, you will follow a definite pattern. First you will write down total outcomes. Whatever are the total outcomes, here the total outcomes are 10 because there are 10 different slips carrying 10 different numbers. And probability, formula for probability, which will be common for all. So you will write down probability is equal to favorable outcome upon total outcome. Then we will start with whatever is asked. So first we will name this event. So first, yes, what we will start? Let A be the event of getting a number 6 and in the bracket you will write down what are the favorable outcomes. So only there is one slip with one number 6. So one favorable outcome. Then what will be the next step? Therefore, probability of getting a number 6. In short or in symbol, we write it as P of A. So therefore, P of A is equal to favorable outcome is 1 and total outcomes are 10. So it is 1 upon 10. We cannot simplify it further. So it will remain as it is. Our next question, getting a number less than 6. So we will first name the event. Now here we had already named event A. So now we will name it as event B. So let B be the event of getting a number less than 6. How many numbers are less than 6? 5 numbers. So 5 favorable outcome. What should be the next step? Yes. Therefore, P of B is equal to 5 upon 10. So that is equal to 1 upon 2. Now our next step. Next question is getting a number greater than 6. Getting a number greater than 6. Now first we will name the event. Yes, let C be the event of getting a number greater than 6. How many numbers are greater than 6? 4, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So 4 favorable outcomes. Now what should be the next step? Yes. Therefore, P of C is equal to 4 upon 10, which is equal to 2 upon 5. Now let's take the next question. Getting a one-digit number. So first we will, as usual, name the event. Let D be the event of getting one-digit number. How many are one-digit number here? Till 9 all are one-digit number. So total 9. So 9 is the favorable outcome. So therefore, P of D is equal to 9 upon 10. We cannot simplify this further. So it will remain as it is. So now let's move to question number 5. It is of the same type. Now, if you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sectors, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector, what is the probability of getting a green sector And what is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? So we will follow the same pattern. First we will write total outcome, then the formula, then we will name the event and then find its probability. So let's start. What should be your total outcome first? How many outcomes? 3 green plus 1 blue plus 1 red sector. So total is how much? 5. So total outcomes are 5. Now what? Formula. So probability is equal to favorable outcome upon total outcome. Let's take the first question. What is the probability of getting a green sector? So first we will name this event of getting a green sector. So let A be the event of getting a green sector. How many green sectors are there? 3. So 3 favorable outcomes. Therefore, P of A is equal to 3 upon 5. 3 is the favorable outcome. 5 is the total outcome. Now the next question. What is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? Non-blue sector means the sector which is not blue. It can be green also and it can be red also. So first we will name the event. Let B be the event of getting a non-blue sector. So 3 green plus 1 red sector are non-blue. So how many favorable events? 4 favorable outcomes. So there are 4 favorable outcomes. Therefore, P of B is equal to 4 upon 5. It is 4 upon 5. You cannot simplify this further. So it will remain as it is. Let's move to question number 6. Now, find the probability of the event given in question 2. When a die is thrown, what was our question 2? I have just written down that question again. When a die is thrown, list the outcome of an event of getting. Here you had to just list the outcome. But now question 6 is which you have to find the probability. We have already listed the outcomes. But now we have to find the probabilities of all this. Of getting a prime number, of not getting a prime number, getting a number greater than 5 or getting a number not greater than 5. So again we'll follow the same pattern. We will first write down total outcome. Now when a die is thrown, how many total outcomes? Have you got any idea how many total outcomes? Yes, 6. So total outcomes are 6 because you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 on the top. Now then what do? We write down the formula. So probability is equal to favorable outcome upon total outcome. Now we have to find the probability of these events. So first we will have to name this event. So let A be the event of getting a prime number. Now how many prime numbers are among these? 1, 2 and 3. Isn't it? So 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers. So total favorable outcomes are 3. So let A be the event of getting a prime number. So 3 favorable outcomes. So therefore, P of A is equal to 3 upon 6, which is equal to 1 upon 2. You 3 ones are and 3 twos are. So this is the answer. The next one is you have to name an event of not getting a prime number. So let B be the event of not getting a prime number. So which are not prime number? 3 are prime numbers. So naturally 3 are non-prime numbers. So let B be the event of not getting a prime number. So 3 favorable outcomes. So therefore P of B is equal to 3 upon 6, which is again equal to 1 upon 2. Now let's come to the next one. Let's name this event getting a number greater than 5. So let C be the event of getting a number greater than 5. So how many? Greater than 5 is only one number, which is 6. So one favorable outcome. After that, what we will write? P of C. So P of C is equal to 1 upon 6. Now the next one. Let D be the event of getting a number not greater than 5. So not greater than 5. So it can be 5, it can be less than 5, but not greater than 5. So how many favorable events? 5 favorable outcomes. So total 5 favorable outcomes are there. So therefore P of D is equal to 5 upon 6. So this was the end of your exercise 2 and the chapter also. Exercise 5.3 comes to an end here, and also your chapter is over. So now prepare well for your unit test. All the best, children.